going on, everybody? This is Lady Luck here again. All right, we're going to do it. So, as we all know, Super Stupid woke up one day last year and decided, I'm going to write a book today. And that's somehow, I'm not going to say somehow, in some small fashion, what she did. Now, I was going to, in my comical voice, read some excerpts from her weird-ass book that Dear World Christian has already gone over. Y'all, he has done a deep dive on this, so you might want to check out his video on his channel, Dear World Christian YouTube page, and check out his deep dive he's done on this book. I mean, it wasn't something that was like deep secret sort of thing. We know that you're trying to do something with the book. Super stupid. What we're confused about is what language is in. Because we all know if it's not something along the lines of, as it relates, allegations, politicians, and the haters, more than likely it's going to be filled with a lot of goobity gook. We don't speak Ewok. We just, at the very least, prove that you have mastered the English language and it has words in that book that have at least more than 3 syllables. So, she did her Facebook rant. We all watched it and laughed. A good laugh was had by all. But I want to kind of go over the portions of the video. And shout out to Dear World Christian. He had to send me this because I don't have Facebook. Yeah, I'm not getting on Facebook. It's a headache over there. It just sounds like a whole headache. And Mama just can't do it. I can't do it. So, he sent me over the video. And I said, I'm just going to go ahead and play it out. And when she talks about this book, y'all, like I said, I was going to kind of create a little bedtime story type of thing, where we just sit down and laugh at half of it, and I read it. You guys get 10 good minutes of it in, and we just have a good time with it. Problem is, I started researching the information because that's what I do. I like researching, so I did a Google search on the book in my efforts in trying to pull it up, and then came across the author, and I was like, this makes no sense. So we're gonna look at that. First, we're going to check out this video. We're going to check out what I found about the author and the publishing. Because, she said that she wrote a book. Period. And we're going to just stop there. And put a like a little stick pin on that. And we'll revisit that, her writing something. Because this is insanity, right? We know she has the propensity to just kind of make things up. Because she's in this alternate reality. I told you all she lost her mind 2 years ago. And now people are really starting to see that with this whole video of her rambling. So we're going to go through the video again because it's funny. And then we're going to go to who wrote the book and the publishing on it based on what I did just on a Google search. And, that's pretty much going to be it. I didn't go live today. I'm not doing a live show. But I will be back tomorrow. We will be live streaming press conference with Ryan and then checking in on what's happening with the older woman, Kobe Chapman and Harvey. And I have a lawsuit to go over that I want to kind of share in a separate video. Of course, we got to get some laughs in with, keeping up with the P. Diddy trial through the eyes of animated cartoons, because that's the only way I'm keeping up with it. And then, some other content I just want to catch up on. But we got to do this because this is funny. It's just funny. She said she wrote a book. Dear Lord. All right, let's go.
I gotta do my.
He's still standing just like a 16-year-old.
Hey guys!
Does she not know how to work the camera?
Super Mayor Tiffany, Henyard, the people's mayor, people's supervisor. Yes. I'm still gonna coin my name, but I just want to say thank you for all that support me. Thank you for the love. Thank you for.
Can I just say, she's still calling herself Super Mayor? I mean, I just want to point that out for the goons and the ghouls and the airheads of America. Why don't you all sit down and have an intervention with her? Because apparently she does not realize that she's lost. She doesn't want to accept the fact that she's lost. I don't even care. The gutter trolls and, the clowns that roll around in the mud down there in the gutter. I can't help but to laugh at them. Because they sit here and get upset with the rest of us on planet Earth who sit here and report on Super Stupid when she still calls herself Super Mayor. You lost, girl. You lost, Super Stupid. You're living up to the name that I gave you. You lost. you would think, okay, I'm going to take this L and keep living. No. And then when someone tries to point out the fact that she lost like hell because no one wanted her, then all of a sudden it's, the haters and all the people that the politicians and all this stuff and these accusations. People just want your downfall. No, it's called accountability. Big words that you don't understand still. I know, it's a big one. You have to break it down. Accountability. That's what it is. So you can't have your way with the courts like that. Even though I think they are being a little soft on what they're doing. Like that, Judge Moore should have literally held her in contempt of court. You charged her with it. Should have followed through on it. Now it just makes you look like, you ain't got no spine. It's so ridiculous. Because anyone else would have went to jail. But either way, she won't let go of her being, and this is what she calls herself. No one called her that. Because of other videos, she lied and said, this is what the community started calling me. No one called her that. She called herself that because narcissism. Well, you can't let it go now because narcissism. So here's where we are now. And yet she still can't get these so-called friends that sit here and talk about haters and I am a hater. Why don't y'all shut the hell up and go talk to her about her not accepting her defeat? That landslide defeat that you just somehow didn't see in your future. Yeah, that landslide defeat. You knew it was coming. Let's not play games. You had this landslide defeat of 536 votes because people got tired of your shenanigans. All because of what's happening right now. Going to court over all these lawsuits. But you don't want to be held accountable for the reasons why people are having to sue your ass. And this is just a taste of it, you all. She has lawsuits of people accusing her of literally terminating them while they're on FMLA. How do you curtail around that entire federal law being violated? Here's where we stand here. This is why I go over those lawsuits. So you all can understand when she's going to court on all these cases, what's really happening with them, one. And two, so that you can understand all these laws that she's violated and how she treated people. Because those have not been accounted for. She has not bared any responsibility from those other lawsuits where she's terminating people for being on FMLA or asking for a list of ops so that she can terminate them unlawfully and not care if they sued her. Why don't you and Siggy go find something to do, such as actually accepting a subpoena or a summons to show up on a lawsuit regarding property damage from Janetta Ho's house. That house you refused to give up last year, but then want your name removed off that lawsuit talking about I don't live there. Yeah, that one. Whatever property damage you two thunkheads did, why don't you all take some accountability and go pay for it? See, little things like that will keep you out of court because she might consider that resolved. I mean, hell, she tried to evict you all over rent and then somehow that didn't happen. So you never know. But you're not even trying either. Just like with this. Stop holding up paper and having us all trying to figure out what the hell you got in your hand while you lying about something. And then deceive all of the public. And then get mad when someone sues you over it. No, it's worthy of taking you to court over. It's fraudulent misrepresentation. This is what happens. When you're sitting here, fraud is fraud. It's deception. It's being deceptive, and it's intentionally being deceptive. So, more things that, yet again, the goons and the airheads of America will not even tell her. Someone should be telling her, you're not the super mayor anymore. You gotta snap out of it. Or else this whole decline thing here is just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse because people keep underestimating her because, well, she's not going to be that bad. It's going to be okay. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Oh, my God. I said this 2 years ago. I said she's lost her mind, and I will take everything she says as a threat. I said that 2 years ago. No one believed me. At the very least, we're now seeing her lose her mind. Even though I've been seeing it the whole time. What's going to be next? How bad is this going to get? Now you've written a book, girl. When you read court documents, then we might take your book seriously. How about that? Until then, I'll read it, and then it's going to be funny. And I'm just going to tear it the hell up. Once we figure out who the hell the author is, and we're going to go over that in a few. But yeah, somebody need to tell her she lost. It was a landslide defeat. Yeah, you lost. You lost.
I am in good spirits. I thank you. I thank you. I just want to get on here and just say thank you. That's really it. And then stay tuned because guess what? My book is coming out.
Stay tuned because there's more court cases.
Book tour soon. So those that like to keep up with your super mayor, Tiffany Henyard, stay tuned
great.
for that.
You're no longer the mayor.
Because I've been kind of quiet, like quiet. Y'all know I'm
not
a person. But I do want to tell my story. Y'all see me study going.
When she said quiet, that's why I put it on my thumbnail. Quiet, been cray at the courthouse. I couldn't even, Like I had to spell it out in the way I know it sounds because it's not a real word. Okay. She wrote a book and she says words like qua qua. You know, are you for real? I mean, kind of qua qua, you know. What the fuck is wrong? What are you saying? What does that mean? You've been quiet. We got the point when you said it. No, just add in that Ewok speak. No one understands it, but whatever.
Through this battle, this uphill battle with all these haters and all these people that just want to see a person like down on their luck. That ain't what I do. I share love and uplift people.
Is she down on her luck? Is she down on her luck? Perhaps I missed that. You're down on your luck? You don't look like you coming in there with a Louis Vuitton bag. You stunting around with your hair done and you got makeup on and all this shit. You know, you down on your luck how? You just came from Atlanta. Please don't come back here no more. We don't need that drama down here. Your ass up there. Ain't nobody got time for you to do things like you signaling like you're trying to run or something. We ain't got time for that. Don't come back down here and then the FBI really come looking for your ass when they ready to drop an indictment on you. And you down here in Atlanta, you about to sit here and tear up our streets. Now, keep your ass up there in Illinois where you belong. At the very least, you could have done us all a favor and taken Fannie Willis with you. Oh, Fannie Willis, go to Illinois. They'll love all that nonsense you doing down here. They'll love that shit up there. Oh, this is the insanity of it all. Like you traveling and stuff and you spending money on attorneys. And you talking about down on your luck? These are things that you brought on yourself. You could have told the courts last year, I don't have the documents. I was putting on the front. I was stunting. I was being really, really stupid as I am. Because, you know, Lady Luck Club calls me super stupid. I came out with a rap song. I thought I was an OG and I'm not. I don't have the documents. And then whatever fee and fine they tell you to pay, you pay it and you keep living. Now you can do that. Too much like right. So all this stuff you're bringing on yourself, girl. You got to be a grown woman. At some point, one day, you'll grow up. One day.
People and inspire people, and that's what y'all should be doing. That's what y'all should be doing, but y'all ain't doing that. Y'all stay trying to.
We inspire you to read words with more than 4 syllables.
People live their life. Like at the end of the day, been there, done that. Yes, I was the first. You would never touch that. That's my history. I was the first super mayor, and that is my name. I coined that.
So you can literally be beat out by another younger black woman that was to ever win the mayoral position. Period. And no one needs to try to top you being in 2 positions. The state of Illinois needs to rewrite some state statutes to ensure that no one is able to have 2 positions at the same time. You should not be the mayor of a village where you're the supervisor of Thornton Township to which that village falls under. No. It sounds too much like a conflict of interest anyway. But why should one person be able to hold 2 powerful positions like that? Makes no sense. They need to stop that from happening. But you know why they won't? Because some of them in the Senate are doing it. Yeah, it's happening. Fuck's sake.
My name, I coined that. So I did that, and now on to the next. Bigger and better things are coming
to Tiffany
Henyard. So I thank God for just always loving on me, always pushing me, and I love the fact that I have stayed focused and I have not stopped working. I'm gonna continue to do that, and I'll give a special shout out to Baby Justice. I love you, Justice. Justice got a book coming out as well, so stay tuned so y'all can hear about my little mother of joy, Miss Justice, because that's what I fight for, justice always, and that's why I named her Justice. For those that don't know that story, but I write that in the book as well. And then special thanks to my babe. Come on, hey babe. Hey, thank you.
Ew, that's so gross.
I appreciate you and love you to the fullest. Thank you for every step of the way. The support has been amazing.
Okay, no one's here to hear you speak to this man like he's not standing right in front of you. I mean, y'all could have just saved that off the camera. You know, being that he's, a married man and all. He might have you doing this in the morning and she's doing it at night. However that goes. You get wrong. You get mad at the wrong people. No. We don't care how you feel. We just want the facts here. The people who allegedly want to defend you at all costs aren't telling you what you need to know. And then obviously, you have people around you that just let you do what the hell you want to do. So there's no way to reel you in, no checks and balances, none of that. No one's going to tell you what you need to know. They're just going to pacify you for reasons as if you pay all their bills. And now that you're not in these positions anymore, what the hell are they going to do again? Because this is about to get funny. What are all these people that she probably was taking care of before? What the hell are they going to do now? Because all that money has been cut off. It's called get a job. You got to get a job. Get jobs. Get jobs. Get a job.
Mr. Henyard, yeah. Y'all stay tuned because he got like a little goat coming out. You gonna get
Goat
the goat
coming out
real soon. So stay tuned, Mr. Henyard. He likes to stay on that grill.
What?
For those that haven't had
goat
goat
coming out
before, it's really
like
good, spicy. That will be coming out as well. But I just wanted to get on here and just say thank y'all. Everything was amazing today. I was very successful as always. So I just want to thank y'all and thank God for always like.
First of all, you were not successful. The judge was very, very lenient, but you didn't have the wherewithal to tell a judge that you're going to do an affidavit to say that you don't have the documents because you don't Google or read anything, which is why I'm still laughing at the idea of you writing a book. It would be different if you read, if you showed people that you were learned. You know, that word your friend uses. You're not learned. You're not learned at all. That's what's so funny. She couldn't think to Google what should I say and do in a matter where I don't have discovery documents that's being asked to be produced. What should I tell the judge? Like, you sent a statement. It has to be stated under penalty of perjury, which is why you submitted an affidavit stating that you didn't have it. This could have been done last year. And if you didn't know what to do, last year you had access to attorneys. This is how stupid this is. You waited until you had that landslide defeat. We all witnessed it. You lost like hell. You got 536 votes. And then you get now disconnected from the attorneys that were once upon a time at your beck and call. Bless God, they're not anymore. But at that moment, you know, last year when you got served with this lawsuit, you could have went to them and asked them what to do. And you failed to do that. So no, there's no victory when you were absolutely lazy and complacent in this entire process. That was very simple. But this is what happens when you hold up pieces of paper or packets of paper and videos because you think you're stunting. And then those same clowns and dumb goons and trolls and morons are rooting you on. And then you go to court and realize, holy shit, someone wants to lock me up. And guess what? None of those people sitting here rooting you on, they're not stunning you. If you go to jail, they're not getting you out. So it takes someone to have to say you're going to go to jail for you to actually do something that you're taking like a joke. You're not even taking the matter seriously. That's why we don't take you seriously, little girl. We just don't. We laugh at you. We have fun. we treat you like the clown that you act like. But writing a book is, you know, it sounds like it's a challenge, like someone trying to build a spaceship, like for you, when you don't want to Google and read simple things like how to, you know, complete an affidavit. Just 1-2-page paper. I don't have it. I don't know what it is. And then if they say come back and you're going to get deposed and ask some questions, great. If not, then something that could have been handled last year. Why did you take so long? Hopefully the opposing counsel makes her and Bo Brinley's dumbass pay attorney's fees because this is ridiculous. This case has been sitting over a year and a half for no damn reason that had to lead to her being basically forced to come to court under the threat of you're going to be held in contempt and I'm going to lock your ass up. Yet again. Same way, the only way she would sign those liquor license permits. Sign the permits or I'm going to lock you up and hold you in contempt of court. You're going to jail. How many more times does the judges need to keep threatening her with that until they just damn do it? Just do it already. Because it would have been done if it was anyone else. Man, these courts are just getting more and more biased. I'm getting more and more irritated with it. I told you all, in many aspects of the law that I don't like. Many laws I don't like. But, you know, they are what they are. You got to get more people in those positions that are more effective and able to do it the right way and get it done. But, yeah, okay. She thinks she's saying something. So, you know, whatever. Let's continue.
For always, like, you know, keeping my angels around me and keeping me protected at all time and all costs.
Are
so
they
thank
angels?
you because
Or
what somebody
pacifiers?
mean for evil, he always turn around for good for me. So
Evil
I thank
is
him
you
for
firing
that.
someone
and I
on
always tell y'all, stay
FMLA.
prayed up, keep God first, talk to him on a daily basis. I know some of y'all don't go to church. You don't have to go to church to have a relationship with God. So please just keep him first in whatever you do. Pray on it before you go. And don't tell everything that you're doing until the ink dry, okay? Because you got these haters and these people that pray against what you are speaking into existence. But you have to speak
Ain't
things
nobody
into
praying
existence
against
so that it
anything.
can
You
prevail.
just
So
wanna
remember
make sure
that,
it's in
guys,
English.
and just stay positive because life is too short. Love
did
those
lose.
loving on you
Lost.
back and pay attention to the people in your camp. Because I had a ton of Judases in my camp. I kid you not, a ton of them.
Judases?
And I speak to that a lot. I just want
Judases.
to say again, thank you so much.
She said Judases. And she allegedly wrote a book. You had Judases in your camp? Judases. God. Oh, man. Y'all see why I can't take this seriously? She had a ton of Judases in her camp. We can't take take that seriously? All right, just finish this out because this debauchery is getting hilarious. All right, come on, girl. Come on.
So much for loving on me. Thank you. Yeah, we still out here. I'm finna leave now, so thank you. But I'm gonna do my pretty girl walk like this.
Yeah, I hope the judge see that.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, bye. You gonna speak, bye?
No.
All right, guys. Till next time, I will be.
Yeah, hopefully he grows up and learns how to put on a suit and button down like the other two grown men, even though they're slimy as fuck. One of them is anyway. I don't know the other one. The Jared Kushner number 2 guy. I don't know who he is. He could have been co-counsel. He could have been a paralegal. I don't know. But Bo Brinley is definitely slimy as hell. But, they get in there and say, we don't know what they're talking about and all this other stuff. So that means you didn't read the complaint, Brinley. You're just not going to read a lawsuit complaint. Why did you pick up the other one that was on the floor if you're not going to represent on that one either? Super stupid. You realize that you have to pay him all these billable hours. You can't send them to the village of Dalton anymore. No one's going to pay your bills. So you're going to have to pay out of pocket. And if he agreed to do this stuff for free, then you're going to get that free type treatment. It's, almost like a welfare case. Except no reason for that because you got money to travel all over the country. You came to Atlanta. It took money to come down here. And then you go to court and you want to act like you don't know how to hire an attorney. Stay your black ass up there, girl. We ain't got time for this. All right. So, y'all, I went on Google and I just did a search. Put in her book, new book that she got out. The Political Career of Tiffany Henyard. An in-depth exploration of her life, leadership, controversies. Shouldn't there be a common between leadership and controversies? Federal investigations and community uprising in small-town America. First of all, you can't talk about the federal investigation. Not by the FBI, you know that. So if this book is filled with any information that the FBI has not released, I want to see it. Because you should not be talking about federal investigations in this book, especially if there's a thought or chance that she has leaked out documents or anything related to that investigation. So either the book is going to be filled with a bunch of information that the FBI will probably have a court put a gag order on, or it's just going to be a bunch of nothing because she knows she can't talk about the federal investigation. Oh, the silliness of it all. So, one of the things that captured my attention, one, was by Jake.Jason. Who is this? They clicked on it, and then it just takes you to this book here. It doesn't take you anywhere else. There's no all or anything. If I'm clicking around here, I have no idea who these people are. These are a bunch of Jake Jasons. So, gives me the concept of the idea to think that perhaps this person does not exist. Look, Jake Jasons. We're going down the list. I don't think he exists. Because if he existed, I will see something about him, right? When we see information about him. But see, the only thing you see him under, hold on, let's go back. It's about to go to a map. It's books. And it's Jake.Jason. Y'all see this? So we clicked on it already. Now, if you all want to click on it and dive more, they got flights and finance and all that other stuff. I ain't doing all that. But when I clicked on it and went to, news, I didn't see anything about him. Jake.Jason. And the only Jake Jason we're seeing, it looks like teenagers or something. So if you go back to the book itself, she has it by Jake.Jason 2024. And then you see the book itself, which is weird because I thought it was going to be something like, it's all the haters and politrickers and Jason Housefault. Like, just it's going to be some nonsense like that. It's everybody's fault but her own, Was she just trying to garner sympathy? I fed the people. That's a good title of a book. Now she wanted to be the political career of her by somebody that could be a teenager, who knows, or just an AI tool. And then you scroll down, you get about this edition. Was published on December 4th, 2024, paperback. Publisher, Amazon Digital Services, LLC, KDP. I clicked on that. I said, oh, what is that? KDP. What is KDP? Okay. KDP is Kindle Direct Publishing. Y'all, you can self-publish. And it looks like you can do it for free. I don't understand this. Join KDP. Y'all see it? Learn how to publish. So she took time to self-publish her own damn book. But you couldn't go to court without a court order and somebody threatening to lock your black ass up? Do you understand how weird that is? This is insane. But you took time, though, to publish a book on Kindle Direct Publishing under Amazon. But go to court, though. Oh, there's a court order, and the judge is going to lock your ass up if you don't show up with some documents. Oh, no. Y'all, you can't make this up if you wanted to. This is priceless. You can publish your own book. Learn about Kindle Unlimited. Learn about ebook royalties. Paperback royalties. Oh, yeah. Because she said this is a paperback. Let's see. Because, I know you're not good with math. So let's figure out what royalties you're looking at here. So, for example, your price is $15. Your book is 333 pages. Regular trim size paperback with black ink sold in the U.S. So, KDP offers a fixed 60% royalty rate on paperbacks sold on Amazon marketplaces where KDP supports paperback distribution. Your royalty is 60% of your list price. We then subtract printing costs, which depend on trim size, page count, ink type, and the Amazon marketplace your paperback was ordered from. So they would take royalty rate at 60% times the listing price. So if it's like $15 minus the printing cost equals what you would get as a royalty. So in the scenario that I just read here, the overall royalty amount from one book would be $4. You all see what this, you write in the book, you're doing all this shit for free because clearly either you got some money because you done already told us who ain't got no money in t-shirts. You got attorney's fees you having to pay for, plus a child, and then that man baby you keep calling bae that's married. But yet and still, you want people to take you seriously when you dodge in the courts. You would think that you would not want to go to court, right? This is the stuff you brought on yourself. You are held accountable for all that you've done. All those times you fired people while they were under FMLA. Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? See, this stuff comes back on you. Expanded distribution channels. If you enabled expanded distribution, the royalty is 40% of the book's list price effective in the distribution channel at the time of purchase minus printing costs. So, you're still looking at what, $1? This is insane. You can get the Amazon distribution channel or an expanded distribution channel. It means you're going out past Amazon. So let's say she has Amazon and then another outside source. She might get $5 per book. And this is if it's 333 pages. But that's what you're looking at. So this is just researching, y'all. Just clicking on stuff and going, just working my way backwards and forward. And this is a paper book for her. And then we're going to go back. Because, she's publishing her own book on Kindle's Direct Publishing. Fly me to the moon. Jake.Jason is the author of the book. Lord knows he's probably not real. And it talks about, it's a poli-sci, women in politics type of thing. Blah, 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 blah. And how many pages is it? 120 pages, y'all. What you think her royalty check is going to look like? 120 pages. So if 333 is rounded down to 300, right? Half of that is about 150. So you're still looking at less than $2. If you get if the distributors through Amazon, you're still looking at less than $2 for a royalty per book. Less than $2. This is insane. And it's probably explains why it's 120 pages, because once you take out all the filler, especially from what I know Dear What Christian went over, you take out all the filler, then what's the meat and potatoes of it all? Probably like 10 good pages long. And that might be focused on somebody else. I think she mentioned Jason House 1,000 times in it. So, the meat and the potatoes of that book might be about Jason House and the trustees. Not even her. It could probably be about 10, 20 good pages of that. The rest of the pages might be fillers. You still bringing home less than $2 of royalty. What the hell is that going to do when it comes to your commissary? I don't know. You might be able to buy a Swiss roll and an oatmeal pie. Look, girl. Nobody trying to hate on you doing no book, but you ain't thinking your way through none of this. You're not thinking because your brain's gone if you lost it 2 years ago. Nestled in the heart of Illinois, the village of Dalton has become a battleground of power, ambition, and community unrest. This book delves into deep into the high-stakes drama surrounding Mayor Super Stupid, a leader whose journey from Thornton Township supervisor to mayor promised change but delivered division because she brought it. You know, God is not the author of chaos and confusion. So she was like, hold on, God, just stand over there. Stand to the side, Jesus. I got some things to tell. Ain't no God, none of that she did. You fired a whole lot of people for a lot of dumb reasons, including many that involve violating federal law. Didn't you lie on someone else about them being on FMLA and something along the lines of workers' comp? And then you putting their medical information out there. Like, you've done some god-awful things. And you think that you're going to get away with it and God is just going to bless everything you do. While no one around you is telling you what you need to know. They just pacifying your weird ass. You Ewok of an alien. Oh, Lord have mercy. I just want to know if there's some FBI information in here that I'm sure they probably would not want disclosed. Because it's still an open investigation. Promise change with delivered division. This compelling book unpacks fiery clashes between the mayor and the village board, culminating in dramatic public meetings that exposed the crackdowns in Dalton's governance, spearheaded by Super Stupid herself. The ongoing FBI investigation and financial scrutiny that have rocked the village and raised urgent questions about transparency and accountability because, you know, she's under FBI investigation. What is all listed in that book about the FBI investigation in particular? I just want to see that part. I'm going to be honest. That's all I want to read. Because if it's something about the case itself and the FBI does not want that divulged, I definitely want to read it before they say something. Before they even take note that you've done this dumb ass book and put stuff in it from the FBI investigation. Yeah, I want to read it first. This is insanity. Voices of Dalton's residents disillusioned, defiant, and determined to reclaim, oh Lord, their town's future, the parallels between dumb, bold Trump-like rhetoric and the shifting tides of local and national politics. This is something else. With powerful storytelling and variable insights, this book explores how Dalton's story mirrors broader political struggles in small towns across America, from grassroots activism to campaign strategies for the pivotal 2025 mayoral election. The state of Dalton offers a front row seat to a political saga that resonates far beyond its borders. Oh, Lord have mercy. This is, from what I just read, it sounds like they're actually they're not really trying to kiss her ass in it, but maybe I'm wrong. Who is Jake Dot Johnson again? Oh, Lord have mercy. She said it's her book. The political career of Tiffany Henyard. She said it's hers. This is what she wrote. Get the book. Yeah, okay. So you can try your luck because it was published by Amazon Digital Services LLC, KDP, for free. And then her royalties have to go through them. You know, because that's that. I just can't. I can't imagine her writing it. Clearly, her name is not the author, and she's too much of a narcissist for that. So, maybe there's another book she has or something. I haven't seen it, but okay, yeah, this is all I can find on this book. So, as you all can see, oh Lord, it just kind of reiterate. This is on Google Books. Yeah, they reiterate what we saw earlier. You know, it's not a coloring book. Even though you might have plenty of space to color in between the lines. And then you see down at the bottom, once again, publishers, Amazon Digital Services, LLC, KDP, written in 2024, I believe December, you know. Jake Jason, Lord have mercy. So, you know, she should be thanking Chat GPT for writing her book. Because she damn sure didn't write it. Okay? She didn't write it. She didn't publish it. I don't know what the hell that is. If she's got something else, I ain't seen nothing. But, yeah, I would love to see anything where they talk about an FBI investigation. Please tell on yourself and leak out something you should not have leaked out, little girl, so we can all sit here and read about what's to come. This is insanity. She said she wrote a book. All right. If this is the best you've got, I'm disappointed. And you need to deliver whatever book you claim you wrote, especially if it's something about the FBI investigation in it, because we all want to read that part. Just that part. You don't even have to write a whole book. Just like 3-page paragraph on that. That's it. No one cares about anything else. All right. That's all we got, y'all. Tune in tomorrow. I'll be live. I'll be doing a show. After work, because I have to work. But either way, to the next one. Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.